Welcome to Icons of Influence, the podcast where we go beyond the spotlight to uncover how today's biggest names are shaping the world beyond their industries. I'm Hannah Halley, and in today's episode, we're diving into the story of one of the most influential figures in music, fashion, and philanthropy, Rihanna. She's not just a chart-topping artist and billionaire businesswoman, she's a humanitarian who has poured her heart, influence, and fortune into global philanthropy. From education to disaster relief, from healthcare to climate resilience, Rihanna has built a legacy of giving back. How did she evolve from pop superstar to one of the world's most impactful philanthropists? Stay with us, because this is an inspiring journey you don't want to miss. Let's start at the beginning. Rihanna, born Robin Rihanna Fenty on February 20th, 1988, in St. Michael, Barbados, had a childhood shaped by music and resilience. Growing up in a modest home, she was deeply influenced by Caribbean music and culture, as well as the hardships her family faced. From an early age, she turned to music as both a passion and an escape. At just 15 years old, she was discovered by music producer Evan Rogers while performing in a girl group. Impressed by her raw talent, Rogers invited her to the United States to record demo tapes. One of those demos landed on the desk of Jay-Z, who was then president of Def Jam Recordings. The story goes that Rihanna auditioned for him and the label executives, and they were so blown away that she was signed on the spot. By the age of 17, Rihanna had already made waves in the music industry with her debut single, Pon de Replay. The song became a worldwide hit, introducing the world to her unique blend of Caribbean-infused pop and R&B. Over the years, she evolved from a teenage pop sensation into a multi-genre powerhouse, producing iconic hits like Umbrella, Diamonds, and Work. Her music spanned multiple styles, reflecting her ability to adapt and reinvent herself. What set Rihanna apart from other artists was not just her voice or her ability to churn out hits, but her business acumen and visionary mindset. She wasn't just interested in making music, she wanted to build an empire. With a business empire spanning Fenty Beauty, Savage X Fenty, and Fenty Skin, she shattered ceilings in both the beauty and fashion industries. She became a self-made billionaire, redefining what it means to be an entrepreneur in the entertainment industry. But behind all the glitz and glamour was an unwavering commitment to making the world a better place. She used her growing influence not just to expand her brand, but to uplift communities and create real change, setting the foundation for her deep-rooted philanthropic work. Rihanna's philanthropic journey took a significant leap forward in 2012 when she founded the Clara Lionel Foundation, CLF, named after her grandparents, Clara and Lionel. CLF focuses on global education, emergency response, and climate resilience in underserved communities. One of her biggest passions is education. Rihanna has donated millions to help children around the world access quality schooling, particularly in areas where education is a luxury rather than a right. Through CLF, she has supported educational initiatives in countries like Malawi, Senegal, and Barbados, funding scholarships and advocating for policy change to improve education systems. But Rihanna didn't just fund projects from afar, she actively engaged with communities. In 2017, she travelled to Malawi with the Global Partnership for Education to meet with students, teachers, and government officials to discuss the challenges of education access. Her hands-on approach helped raise awareness for the urgent need to invest in schooling for the most vulnerable children. She met with young girls who had to walk miles to attend school and saw firsthand the financial and social barriers preventing them from receiving an education. Her advocacy didn't stop at conversations. Rihanna used her platform to rally global leaders and influencers to invest in education. She also headlined the Global Citizen Festival, using her voice to amplify the importance of educational funding. In 2018, her efforts led to the raising of $2.3 billion for global education initiatives, impacting millions of students in underprivileged regions. She has also partnered with organisations like the Cambridge Institute for Sustainability Leadership to explore innovative solutions for improving global education. Rihanna's dedication has influenced policy changes and prompted world leaders to increase funding for educational programs in developing nations. CLF continues to work tirelessly to create opportunities for children, ensuring that education is not just a privilege for some, but a right for all. Rihanna's commitment to humanitarian aid isn't just about making donations. It's about providing rapid, targeted, and impactful relief to communities in crisis. Take Hurricane Dorian in 2019, one of the strongest storms ever recorded in the Atlantic. The devastation in the Bahamas was catastrophic. Entire neighbourhoods were flattened, infrastructure collapsed, and thousands were left homeless. The Clara Lionel Foundation, CLF, stepped in immediately, allocating millions of dollars to provide emergency response efforts, including food, clean water, and medical supplies. CLF also played a role in long-term recovery efforts, helping rebuild infrastructure and ensuring local communities could regain stability. Then came the COVID-19 pandemic, a crisis that disproportionately affected vulnerable communities. While many were struggling with access to basic necessities, Rihanna took swift action. Through CLF, she donated over $5 million toward pandemic relief, ensuring funds were directed to 1. Providing PPE, personal protective equipment, for frontline healthcare workers. 2. Expanding testing accessibility in underserved areas. 3. Funding food banks and support for at-risk communities. 4. Offering mental health and domestic violence support for those trapped in unsafe situations. Rihanna also partnered with Twitter's Jack Dorsey, committing millions to domestic violence victims whose situations worsened during lockdowns. This initiative provided shelter, resources, and direct financial assistance to survivors. But her impact on healthcare goes far beyond crisis response. In 2017, she personally donated $2 million to Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Barbados to fund modernised oncology and radiotherapy equipment, improving cancer treatment access in her home country. This wasn't just a financial contribution. Her involvement helped bring global attention to the need for equitable healthcare access in the Caribbean. Another major focus for Rihanna has been HIV and AIDS awareness, including treatment accessibility. As a longtime advocate, she collaborated with MAC Cosmetics' Viva Glam initiative, which raised over $60 million for HIV and AIDS research and support programs. Rihanna has used her platform to fight the stigma surrounding HIV, ensuring that people, especially in marginalised communities, get the care and education they need. Additionally, CLF has made significant strides in maternal health initiatives, working to improve care for women and newborns in vulnerable regions. Through her foundation's grants, CLF has helped fund training for midwives and healthcare workers to ensure safer childbirth practices, resources for maternal healthcare clinics in developing nations and programs aimed at reducing maternal mortality rates, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa and the Caribbean. Through these efforts, Rihanna is not just donating money, she's reshaping systems and saving lives. Whether it's disaster relief, pandemic support, or long-term healthcare initiatives, her hands-on approach ensures that help reaches those who need it most. And she's proving that influence, when used right, can be a force for real, measurable change. What makes Rihanna unique is how she integrates philanthropy and activism into every facet of her business empire. She isn't just a musician or an entrepreneur. She's a change maker who redefines industries while ensuring her ventures have a social impact. Her influence in beauty and fashion is undeniable. With Fenty Beauty, she didn't just create another celebrity makeup line, she revolutionised the industry. By launching with 40-plus foundation shades, now expanded to 50, she forced legacy brands to rethink their approach to inclusivity. This wasn't just about selling products, it was about challenging beauty standards and ensuring people of all skin tones felt represented. The success of Fenty Beauty, which reportedly made $100 million in its first 40 days, proved that diversity is not just a buzzword, It's a business model that works. Then came Savage x Fenty, her lingerie brand that redefined body positivity. Rihanna made it clear that every body is beautiful, showcasing models of different sizes, races, genders, and abilities. Unlike traditional lingerie brands that catered to a narrow standard of beauty, Savage x Fenty celebrated real people, empowering them to feel sexy, confident, and seen. The Savage x Fenty runway shows became cultural moments, replacing outdated Victoria's Secret norms with bold, high-energy, inclusive showcases that embraced all body types. But despite her massive success, Rihanna has consistently faced a media bias that overlooks her accomplishments. While her billionaire status was widely reported, the narrative often focuses on her music delays or personal life instead of her groundbreaking achievements as a Black female entrepreneur. The reality is that Rihanna's wealth was not primarily built through music. It was her business acumen, brand innovation, and commitment to inclusivity that made her one of the richest women in entertainment. She has also faced scrutiny for pushing boundaries, particularly in her work ethic. Rihanna once set a goal to release 10 albums in 10 years, an insane level of productivity that few artists could sustain. While fans may joke about waiting for R9, her ability to balance multiple industries while staying true to her artistic vision is nothing short of remarkable. Her ability to juggle fashion, beauty, philanthropy, and music while maintaining authenticity is what cements her as a true icon of influence. Rihanna isn't just successful, she's changing the rules for how success is defined, whether it's through her business empire, her humanitarian efforts, or her cultural impact. She has set a new standard for what it means to be an entrepreneur in the 21st century. Her message: success isn't just about making money, it's about making a difference. And Rihanna has done both on her own terms. Rihanna once said, "We all have a responsibility to give back." And she doesn't just talk about it, she lives it. Her journey from a young singer in Barbados to a billionaire businesswoman and one of the world's most generous philanthropists is nothing short of extraordinary. So what can we learn from Rihanna? That success isn't just about what you gain, it's about what you give. If you found this episode inspiring, don't forget to subscribe to Icons of Influence on your favourite podcast platform. Leave a review and share it with someone who needs to hear this story. Join the conversation with us on social media. Until next time, keep making an impact.